Morning guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my January reset. I've spent the morning watching my old reset videos just because I think it's kind of nostalgic and fun, and I can't believe how far we've come in 2 years. It's honestly kind of crazy. I can't believe I've been filming reset videos for 2 years. It's just wild. But anyways, I'm super excited. I feel like this is gonna go up a little bit later than usual just because I honestly just like haven't been in the mood to reset. I feel like the week between Christmas and New Year's is so weird, and because I'm working this week, I don't really have a choice but to be productive, right? Like I feel like if I had the week off from work, I'd be living my best lazy girl life and recharging and relaxing, but because I'm working for most of the week anyways, I don't know, I kind of feel productive but like almost, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I spent the last few days relaxing and now I'm ready to reset for January. I just switched it up today and do this a mix of like vlog and sit down style because I almost have like a reset morning routine. I always start with a coffee and I will like journal and do my monthly reflection to kind of get me inspired and motivated, and then I'll sit down in my office and like plan my goals out and stuff. So I don't know, let me know if you guys like it this way or if you prefer just sit down. I won't be offended, don't worry. I just thought I'd do a little switch up for January, you know, new year, new me. But I'm really excited. I feel like January especially is a really fun time because I've already gone ahead and, you know, done my 2023 reset. So I have some fresh goals and I'm excited to break those down into monthly goals and like use my new budget spreadsheet. And I'm honestly really excited. So let's go make a coffee. Let's get into it. We'll start the morning with some journaling and some reflection, and then we'll get into the reset. But I'm so excited that you guys are here and I can't wait to spend the morning together. Hey guys, I always start off my monthly reset mornings with coffee and journaling. I just feel like it's a good way to get me thinking and kind of get me in the mood to reset for the month. So I always start with my journal and my reflection. So we got a cup of coffee. I got this planner from Indigo and I love it because of the monthly recap section. So I'm gonna go through and fill some of it out, but I love this like I'm currently section. I think it's super fun. I've already started filling it out. I tried it online and I couldn't, so maybe if you guys check at your local Indigo store, they'll have it. But I think this is a really great place to start. And then of course I just have my journal where I can kind of start brainstorming like my goals and stuff. But I think this month I might switch over to Notion. I don't know, I can't decide, but that's how I'm gonna start my day. We are in my office now. I love starting my monthly reset mornings with journaling and reflecting. I just think it really gets me thinking, and I don't know, I think that reflecting on your month is a really great place to start. I'm kind of switching it up this month in a variety of ways, clearly. And I actually made a Notion template for my resets, which I'm really, really excited about. So I'm gonna share my whole Notion tour at the beginning of January. I'm actually working with them, which is like such a pinch me moment. I'm so excited. But I did make a whole like monthly reset section, and I can't really decide how I wanna do it yet, if I wanna do it fully online or do like half in my journal and half online, because I do really like physically having it to look back on, and I'm just such a physical like check things off kind of person. So yeah, I haven't been able to decide yet, so we might be switching things up. Oh, I hit 78K this morning. We can cross that off of my thing, and we haven't even hit a new year yet. It's kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm in such a good mood today. I think this month I'm gonna do everything on my Notion and kind of see how I feel about it, and then next month if I really miss the physical planning, we can go back to it, or maybe we can also put our goals in here. Go through my December goals and see what we accomplished. We did not go to a pop-up. We did do the drive-through Christmas lights. We did not go to a Christmas tree farm. We did go to Taffy Lane. Did not do that. We did that, and then we did not do that. So I mean, like, we did like half the things on like our little Christmas bucket list, but honestly we were just like staying in and having a good time. I did actually watch all of these movies, no shame. Love a good Christmas cheesy movie. vlogs or videos, we're doing that. I did post 5 reels, and then I did plan my 2023 like business plan. I did this. I was actually really good this month. I barely spent any money, and if I did, it was like credit card points, so I'm really happy about that. I did get caught up on all of my business expenses. No new books unless it's a gift. Did I do that this month? No, I didn't. I tried, guys. I think I only bought like, no, I thrifted a few this month. Let me just see how much we invested this month. Oh, I did this. I invested 22%. Okay, wow. Really happy with that. And then random goals. We did do the big declutter day. I did not. I'm so pissed about this. I finished with a B+, and I'm so pissed. But it's okay. It's not like a huge deal. It's fine. It's fine. And then refresh my Notion. I did that. So I think it was a good month, honestly. I feel like I also think I made it very attainable. Like I didn't want to push myself too much this month. I really wanted to have a chill month. Those are my December goals. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take our yearly goals, and we're going to go through and kind of see which ones we can break down into monthly goals. Some of these I obviously can't really do yet, like learn to play tennis. That's like a summer thing. Max out my TFSA, graduate grad school with a 3.67 GPA. Like these things I can break down into monthly goals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and just kind of really visualize what I want my January to look like. So I'm going to brainstorm some of those goals, and then I'll share them with you guys, and we'll do kind of the whole reset. So yeah, I'm going to spend some time breaking down these goals and just kind of figuring out how I want the month to look, and then I'll share them with you guys. Spend some time creating my monthly goals. I think I'm just going to share them with you guys now. We're going to kind of just like go throughout the reset as I do it. I kind of vibe with this way of doing it. I think it's more fun. So I'm going to share my monthly goals with you guys, and then I'm going to get into how I kind of like finish off my budget for the month, tie it with a bow, and then reflect on that. Let's jump into the goals. So as per usual, I have 4 sections. I actually don't know what it is, but I found it a lot easier to write down my goals when it was like online than on paper. And I'm a huge believer in that you should be writing your goals down throughout the month. I feel like with a lot of these monthly resets, you kind of feel pressured like, oh shit, I got to come up with a bunch of goals right now, and they're not very like genuine and really what you want to work on. So I highly recommend throughout the month, if you're doing something great, or even after you reflect, I think your reflection is a great time to create goals too. Just kind of write them down as you think of them. Let's jump into it. In health and wellness, establish a morning routine and stick with it. I feel like I did a good job of this in the like late fall. I filmed like a 7 a.m. work morning routine, and I really loved that. The only thing now is that winter is here, and I really want to be aware of my seasonal affective disorder and how I can integrate some morning habits that will help me throughout that journey mentally. So I just kind of want to take the morning routine I have now and revamp it a little bit. Next is to establish a bedtime routine, not nighttime routine. You guys know we have a really solid nighttime routine, but I just struggle with my bedtime routine. I do have PTSD and I struggle with night terrors, and so I really need to make my bedtime routine a very relaxing time. My bedroom is my oasis, and I've been really bad at scrolling on TikTok and not reading and just like consuming a lot of blue light before bed. So I really want to work on that. Daily vitamins, it's something I'm already doing, but I want to keep up with. This is probably the longest I've stuck with a vitamin regime, and I think it's because it genuinely makes me feel good. For example, I have really low iron and B12, and so when I actually take my vitamins and supplements, I feel more like alive and I have energy, and I'm not bruising every 6 seconds. So I feel like it's starting to pay off, and I'm starting to get into a good consistent routine with vitamins. Try 1 new workout class at the gym. This is an example of a yearly goal I'm breaking down to monthly. So I want to try 1 new workout class a month. So I'm going to book something and try that out. And the next is get my IUD taken out, which I'm going to talk about more in a vlog I talked about on my Instagram story, but I'm actually getting my IUD taken out. I'm going back on the pill. 2022 is the year that we really all villainized and demonized and like fear-mongered birth control, and I'm not here for it. I'm here for you making a decision that's best for you. I'm personally not ready to get off birth control yet. I'm personally just not ready to be a little risky gal. So yeah, but I really want to be more open about this journey, because while I'm all for like, you know, if you don't want to put hormones in your body, don't. We shouldn't villainize it, because for some people it's necessary. You might have a medical condition, or like young people that are sexually active might go on birth control because it's the best decision for them. So anyways, all that being said, I'm getting my IUD taken out. I'm going back on the pill, and we're just going to kind of see if that helps some things, because I've just been having some issues with my IUD recently. And those are my health and wellness goals. Next, for personal, Read 2 nonfiction books. One of my yearly goals is to read 1 a month, but I don't know, I kind of want to push myself to read 2 this month and see how that goes, because I have a bunch that I'm just so excited about. Next is get organized for my new semester of grad school, which kind of ties into my like GPA graduating grad school. I really want to stay super organized this semester. I'm back to taking 2 classes, which is a lot because I'm actually working between 3 and 4 days a week at work, just depending on the week. And of course I have YouTube full time. So I just really want to be on top of it this semester and just be really well organized going into the new semester. I wrote try a new coffee shop. I actually have a list in my journal of a bunch of coffee shops I want to try this year. So especially with it being winter, I think it's really important to get out of the house and maybe like go study somewhere. So I wrote a list of all the coffee shops I want to try, and maybe we'll try 1 this month. And then less mindless scrolling throughout the day, which is one of the habits I talked about in my 23 habits for 2023. All right, business, we have finished up my 2022 expense and income reports to prep for tax season. I actually hired an accountant this year because it's just getting a little too confusing at this point. I was really good about doing my taxes before. It was pretty simple, but now that like I'm like an incorporation and all, it's just confusing. So I hired an accountant. He's awesome, and he actually specializes and understands the social media side of things, which I am so grateful for. So I just want to finish that up and send that off to him. Open my business bank account and credit card. Finally, now that I'm in a corporation, I can pay myself a salary or a dividend with a 5-figure brand deal, or like basically 5 figures in AdSense. I don't know, we'll see. I actually did that in December, which I get paid that out in January. So really surreal moment. I cannot believe it. I don't know if it will, I mean, I don't want to put it out there that it won't happen, but obviously ads on YouTube videos are really high in December because of the holidays. So January will give me a bit more accurate representation into what my AdSense will look like the other months once the holiday ads are done, but super exciting. And then in my finance section, I have $500 in my emergency fund, which will be my monthly contribution for the whole year, $1,000 into my goals, $500 in investments, and no impulsive grocery shopping. So those are my goals. Pretty straightforward and fun. I'm really excited about them. And then I made myself a little like growth template, which I normally do in my bullet journal, like I said, but I'm trying out the whole digital thing. So I'm kind of nervous to share this because it was a really big month for me, but I do always want to be transparent with you guys. Okay, let's jump into it. Why am I so nervous to share this? YouTube. Right now, as I'm filming this, I just hit 78,000 this morning, which is crazy. That means that I grew and gained 6,200 new friends this month. I literally cannot believe that. What the actual heck? As of December 31st, I will have posted 16 videos this month because I'm posting daily from now until the end of the month. And then my total AdSense as of right now is, like I said, it's my first month that I just hit 5 figures in AdSense, which that is before taxes are taken out. Because I'm Canadian, they take out 20% for taxes, and then they mail me a tax slip at the end of the year. So now my total income is at 10,000, but it'll look probably more like 8 because of the taxes taken off. This also is without the last few days of the year, so it might go up. We'll kind of wait and see, but I literally can't believe it. And then Instagram, which is not like a huge focus for me, but I really do want to prioritize that in 2023. I love Instagram. I love interacting with you guys on my stories. I said this in my habits video, but I'm kind of steering away from TikTok and I don't really plan on posting a lot on there. Instagram, I hit 14K this month, which is super exciting. I had 658 new followers. I had 2 in feed posts and 9 reels, which I was trying to do daily reels, but it was just way too much with my YouTube uploads plus grad school finals and work. So yeah, pretty proud of that. I would like to see my reels be at like, I don't know, I don't want to post every day, but every other day. Like I'd like to see 15 total posts in the month. So we'll see. And I want to get back to, I love posting photo dumps on Instagram. I think it's so fun. Instagram is a platform for me that like, I'd love to grow on there, but I just like love it. I don't have, there's no, not that I feel like with YouTube there is like this pressure to grow, but I just love Instagram. It's just like so chill and casual to me at least. So those are my goals and my growth for the month. Super excited about that. But let's jump into kind of like what I do to get my finances kind of closed off for the month. And let me warn you, it's a very boring month. Alrighty, let's go through my finances. I'm like gonna go back and forth between sitting and standing. It's just like how I work best. But I started to implement a little bit of like a financial reflection just to get myself thinking on ways that I can improve and ways I'm doing well with my finances for creating my budget for that month. So I'll put the questions here. I didn't fill it out this month just because I feel like I've just done a lot with like the whole yearly reset and everything. I think that when my February reset comes, I'll kind of get back into the swing of like all of these monthly reflections, but I think I need a bit of a break for a sec because I've done a lot of like yearly resetting and like yearly reflecting, and I'm just a little like reflected out honestly right now. But let's jump into the December budget closeout and then my January budget. I'm just going to combine them in this video just because I don't have the time to film a January budget with me, and I don't have much to update you guys on from like a chatty perspective. So let's jump into that and kind of see where we went. I will give you guys a heads up that I was hella lazy in December, and you guys will see what I mean. Guys, welcome to my budget for like end of November, early December. Income this month, this is what I paid myself out from the business. Like I said, I'm leaning towards doing I guess like a monthly salary, yearly salary, or a dividend. I haven't decided which system I want to do yet, but this is what I paid myself out this month. I got so lazy with the expenses this month. I think it's just with like Christmas and everything, so all I put was like my credit card bill. I kind of knew it would be a bit higher just with all the groceries we did because we hosted Christmas Eve and we went to Costco, but it is what it is. I do a sinking fund for Christmas throughout the year, so I'm really happy about that because then I don't like get stressed with like a huge credit card bill at the end of the holidays. What else? It's a little bit higher too because we had the Vermont trip and I paid for everything, or not everything, but like I paid for all of our dinners and stuff. Obviously I do make a bit more money than Matt, and most trips we will split everything 100%, but this trip, since we were just gone for the weekend and the holidays were coming up, I was like, I got it, don't worry, I'm gonna treat my man. And I love being able to do that because my love language is like gift giving and stuff. So anyways, I took care of that. We drove, and then our hotel was covered with Amex points, so it was a pretty inexpensive trip. But yeah, I got really lazy. You can even tell here with the expenses, I got lazy. Like I just stopped filling them out. I filled up a little bit of them. I mean, I also just had some expensive things. Like I bought like nice donuts for book club. That was like almost $50. I almost literally choked when they told me how much it was for a dozen donuts. I'm going back to Tim Hortons. This is too much for me. I did invest a lot this month, so I'm really happy about that. I wanted to get in my yearly contribution. But savings this month, 500 in my emergency fund. I did that. I put 500 for my 2023 goals. Didn't save anything for a trip. And then I did decide to do a sinking fund for our property taxes, which we pay those twice a year in March and June, I believe. And our property taxes are $1,400 each time, which is $700 each, which comes to about $175 a month I need to save. And I decided to do a sinking fund because it's always around tax season. I always end up owing my taxes, obviously, because I'm like partially self-employed. And so I just like the idea of putting money aside every month instead of having like this big like, oh shit, I need to give the city $700. So put that aside. Bills were all the same this month, and then my investments, like I said, I invested more, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I really prioritized that this month, so love that. But that is my like November, end of November, beginning of December budget closeout. I mean, I'm happy with how the month went. Like I have nothing bad to say. We just spent a lot on groceries because of the holidays. This is my January budget. This is what the updated spreadsheet looks like. I filmed a whole 2023 financial reset, so if you guys are interested in that, go check it out. I kind of walked through the whole budget spreadsheet. It's a 3 paycheck month, kind of. We get paid on December 30th, which to me is like basically January, so I just put it in here. So 3 paycheck month. And I'm gonna give myself a pay of $3,000 from the business. And what else? You guys know I don't normally do the budgeted amount. Like I won't leave this on. I just do it so I kind of have a rough idea of like what the happy number my credit card should be at this month. So you guys know, you know, if I went over on groceries but I underspent somewhere else, that's okay. The only real issue is if this was like $500, then I'd kind of be like, Carter, like reel it in, girl. The only reason my self-care is so high is because I'm gonna try and squeeze in a hair appointment just because I haven't had my hair done since July, and as you can tell, the money piece, she's really starting to fade. So we'll see. So we'll see if that gets done or not. I really want to focus on a pretty low grocery bill this month. I pay for the chef's plate, and then Matt will pay for the random grocery runs that we do. But you guys know me, I love to impulse spend on the grocery front. So I'm going to try and work on that this month. The only reason, I feel like this could definitely even just be 100. Like, we just don't really need much. So I'm gonna put 100. So I'd love to see my credit card honestly at around $1,000 this month. Like, that would be really, really nice. Bills are all the same, except it's a lot lower this month, and I'm trying to figure out why. It's usually 1816. What am I missing? Oh, my phone bill. I'm so silly. And there we go, that's why. I'm just gonna put the phone bill in the utilities for now because I'm just too lazy to change it, but I'll change it after. That's more like it. All right, what else do we have? TFSA, I budgeted 1,000. That is like my priority. I'm trying to decide how I want to go about my goals for this year. If I want to like rush to max out my TFSA first and then focus on my other goals the rest of the year, or just like do a little bit of everything every month. I haven't really decided yet, but I guess we'll find out in February. 500 into my rainy day savings, which is the new name for my emergency fund. 2,000 in my 2023 goals. 175 into my property tax sinking fund. So that is that, and then it gives me a $458 buffer, which you guys know I'm not like very strict about. I like to keep a buffer in my checkings of about $1,000. So yeah, that's that. And Matt just texted me that he bought some stuff for the espresso machine. Love that. And that is the budget for January, and I guess we'll kind of see what comes out of it, but that is my plan for the month. Okay guys, I moved the party downstairs just because the lighting's a little better here, and I was going through and adding in all of my like monthly favorites on my Notion like little reset page, and we're gonna go through that after. But I thought I would talk through some of the other things that I do to reset for the month that I don't always show you guys. A lot of it is like from the business perspective, and I know you guys are super interested about that, so I think I'm gonna try and film some more content just about like the behind the scenes. But obviously there's some stuff I can't show you guys, and I know it's so annoying when creators say that, but for like legal reasons I can't, or it's just like too hard. So from a business perspective, at the end of every month, what I'll do is I will go through like all of my business purchases, and I'll go through my email through all of my receipts, because when brands pay me, they actually pay my management company. My management company takes their cut and then pays me. So some months I might get 6 payments, some months I might get 0, and I may not get paid for 3 months. It just kind of depends honestly on the brand. And so I will update not only my QuickBooks, but I actually, which makes double the work for me, but I also input all of my business expenses and payments into an Excel spreadsheet just in case like QuickBooks were to ever go down, or if my spreadsheet got deleted, I have QuickBooks. I always like to have just double the copies, especially when it comes to like taxes and stuff. So I will do all that for the month, which I'm not always the best about, but I want to get better going into 2023 about doing it every month and not every quarter. So I'll do that. And then I will go through all of my brand deals for the month coming up, and I will go through all the briefs that the brand sent me, which is all the key points and messaging they want me to talk about in the video. And I'll just kind of plan my month out from a business perspective. Okay, hopefully the angle didn't change too much. I just put a new battery in, but basically this is what my calendar looks like. I can't show you guys up close, but it has like all of my uploads and all of my brand stuff. This is the calendar I share with my management company. And what I will do is I will go through all the briefs that my management company has sent me and just familiarize myself with the brand if I haven't worked with them before. But most of the time it's repeat brands like BetterHelp, Neo, stuff like that. But for example, in January, I'm actually working with Notion. So I want to go through that brief and make sure I write down any key messaging and just make sure that my Notion templates are like ready to go for when I film that video. So that's kind of how I reset from a business perspective. I have decided that 2023, I'm not buying a planner. I'm not doing that. And I just feel like I waste so much money. I buy a planner and I use it for like a week. So my action plan, which I will be able to show you guys, I think in my February reset, once I've kind of gotten into a new groove, just because things are slow right now. Work is slow. In terms of my 9 to 5, like everyone's on vacation right now and then on Christmas break with grad school. So I feel like February will be a good month to show you guys all the new things I've implemented. I'm gonna kind of use January almost as a, well, it is like a fresh start month, and just kind of really narrow down a good planning routine so I can share that in my February video. Do is keep up with my Google Calendar, which is my life, and then do weekly to-do lists, or sorry, a weekly plan, which I have like a weekly planner, which is like the rip-off sheets, not like an actual planner, and then daily to-do list. And that kind of is what works best for me. So I'm going to keep that up, and then hopefully if I have a good planning routine, I can show you guys that in my February reset. But that's kind of how I reset for the month. Honestly, I'm trying to think of other things we do. I mean, we do a deep clean usually where we like Swiffer the floors. We try and clean the carpets twice a month upstairs. just have a good deep clean. We clean the Breville. Well, we do that more than once a month, but I'm just trying to think of other things we do like monthly. I try and do like a digital declutter every month too, where I go through my hard drive, delete any videos that don't need to be there, take photos off of my phone. I do that monthly as well, but now because it's the end of the year, I've already kind of done that for the whole year. But yeah, let me know if you guys kind of like the style of like more of like a chill, like, I mean, I think that my resets are chill and laid back no matter what, but I think this is just kind of fun. And I figured to end it off, I would share my favorites with you guys, my current favorites. So I decided I'm not going to share my reflection this month just because I feel like I've just done so much reflecting in the last like week with the 2023 reset and the financials and the habits that we're just gonna take a break and kick it back up in January. But I always love ending this off with my monthly favorites. So I have them all written down and let's go through them. Favorite movies and TV shows. We consumed a lot this month, which I'm happy about because that's just like how Matt and I unwind, is like finding new shows and movies to watch, and we just like really enjoy each other's company, even if we're watching a TV show or movie, which I mean, obviously you should enjoy your spouse's or your significant other's company, but you know what I mean. It's just like how we spend time together. The first is Street Food USA. It's on Netflix. I've never heard anyone talk about it, but it was so good, especially if you love food. They basically go around different cities in the US, like New Orleans. They did one in Portland, New York City, LA, and they find different street food vendors and they focus on like their story. It was really, really good. I highly recommend, especially if you love food. We finally watched White Lotus and it was so worth the hype. The best way to explain the show is that it's like really fucking weird, but you just can't stop watching it, honestly. And yeah, we actually finished season 2 last night and it just mind blown. It was just like it was so good, honestly. Then I watched Emily in Paris season 3, which I actually didn't watch the full season. I shouldn't say that. I literally just watched the finale. I feel like Emily in Paris is one of those shows that you could just like watch and you totally know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Like I literally watched the finale and I was like, okay, I got everything I needed to from this season. So I guess you could say I watched that, but I just didn't have the time to watch the full season. Then I watched something from Tiffany's, which was so cute. Apparently it's based on a book, so I'm gonna have to find the book and read that. But I love anything with Zoe Dutch in it, honestly. She's just my favorite. So highly recommend. It's on Amazon Prime. It's kind of holiday, kind of not. It was just so cute. Then we watched the Murderville Holiday Special, which I love the Smartless guys. And I didn't even know Murderville was on Netflix, so now Matt and I are gonna have to go back and watch it. Just so funny, so highly recommend watching that. I also watched Harry and Meghan, which I'm the biggest Meghan Markle stan. Do not come for her, okay? I will support her forever and ever. I literally love her so much, and it was such a good docu-series or documentary, whatever you want to call it. And then a few nights ago I watched After Ever Happy because it was finally on Netflix, and I'm just so excited for the last one. I love the After series. It was so good, honestly. So good, and I cannot wait for the last movie to come out. If you guys didn't know, they've already filmed it. They filmed it in secret and it's coming out in 2023. So very excited about that. But that was like everything for the most part that we watched this month. And then favorite books, I have 3. I haven't actually finished any of them yet, but I'm loving them, so I guess that's all that matters. First is Girly Drinks by Mallory O'Meara. I got this on a Kindle Daily Deal and it's really awesome. It's basically about the history of women and alcohol, and it's just like really lighthearted and just funny. It's really, really good. Then I'm reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. It's getting me out of my slump freaking finally, so I'm really happy about that. It's a thriller. And then I'm currently reading Cultish as well. Those are the 3 books I'm like kind of currently reading. I didn't finish any in December, honestly. Okay, favorite memory, honestly just Christmas in general. I filmed a whole vlog, but I think specifically Christmas with like my little family, like me and Matt and Stella opening presents. It was just so amazing and just like heartwarming, and I just like love making traditions with my little family. Honestly, this month has just been really beautiful and full of so many great memories, so I'm really grateful. Favorite podcast, I have one, Sex with Emily. So good. She was actually on Call Her Daddy recently, which I just started listening to Call Her Daddy. I'm like really late to the game, but I love it. It's a very sex positive podcast. She is a doctor. And I'm just like here for talking about these subjects in 2023. Like, why is it taboo? She gives really great advice, talks about like toys, like all that kind of stuff. I really, really love it. Favorite song? I didn't know Luke Grimes sung, so I'm really loving his new song, No Horse to Ride. Like 10 on 10 recommend. Any of the Yellowstone men, honestly, like I will support you in any way, shape, or form. Products. Okay, I have 5. So my Super Puff, obviously, well worth the purchase. just like the perfect jacket. It's like form-fitting, but also like I could fit a sweater underneath and it fits great. I'm not like swimming in it. Me being 5'11", really hard to find jackets that like fit me well. And I really love it. I got the mid-length one, worth the money, okay? I'm really sorry that I was a super puff slander gal last year, but I'm so glad I got one, honestly. Next is Matt got me this like Belkin multi-charge like hub for Christmas, and I love it. It's in my office. You guys saw it earlier in this video actually. It charges my AirPods, my watch, and my phone at the same time, and I love it. Then, okay, I asked for this like Lululemon wristlet keychain thing. I don't know the name of it, but I'll put it down below. And Matt's parents got it for me for Christmas, and I love it because I can have my keys on it. I have my gift cards on it, because I feel like with having like a card holder, not a wallet, I always forget gift cards. So now I have gift cards with me wherever I go. And obviously I still use my card holder, but it's nice because like, for example, the other day, I just had to run out to the grocery store super quick. So I just grabbed my Amex, put it in there, and my driver's license, of course, and like ran out. I didn't have to worry about my whole wallet, and everything was on my keys. So I love it. I think it's really hard to find one of those like keychain wristlets that has the 2 wallet section. So I think that's what I really love about it. My walking pad, I love her. Best $250 I've ever spent, especially in the winter and whatnot. I feel like I have a good routine going. I'm excited to share my winter morning routine with you guys. But it's really nice, especially like I said, when it's storming and it's so cold here. I get my steps in. I just feel like I'm extra productive at work, and it's perfect. It's not noisy, it's super small, and it's really great quality. So those are all my current favorites and whatnot. I'm also a little talked out from all these daily uploads. Like I just need to take a break and not talk for the day, I feel like. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, like I said, if you guys like the resets more chatty vlog style, or if you like them more sit down. I'm not gonna be offended either way. I'm just curious, but I kind of wanted to switch it up a little this month and see what you guys thought. But I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.